So hey there guys, I've just watched episode 4 of the second season of ReZero. Surprisingly interesting episode, I might say, and very long one. So yeah, the reaction is in the description, go watch it, and go back here if you want to listen to the discussion. And the discussion starts right now, but I honestly don't even know how to discuss that. Because as I've said in the end of the episode basically said everything itself. It's just, but there are a few moments I'm actually interested in to check them, and I'm actually gonna go right to that moment because when he was sitting near the after they had. Oh, that's what the woman probably was. Okay, gonna check few moments. I wanna check the moment where he was sitting after the dinner and looking at the, or it was, yeah, it was after the dinner and looking at the clock. I wonder. One sec. Sorry, not gonna speak in much because I just have to check it. So he went to his room because unfortunately when you watch an anime, even if you're doing this yourself on a couch, you're still gonna miss stuff. No matter if that's subtitles, if it's not subtitles, you're still gonna miss some stuff because that's how your brain works. You kind of get distracted or switch something, or like a little thought goes through your mind and you're like blink once and you skip the important part, because that was basically in the previous episode when I did not realize that he actually forgot everything about meeting Echidna. So yeah, you blink once and you miss important stuff. So and of course, especially when you have to record that stuff and kind of comment on at least on anything on the foreign language. So yeah, it kind of takes some part of your brain away. So excuse me if I missed and I'm look stupid. What the hell? Why? Why do I suddenly feel so weird? And then he looks at the clock. For a long time. Once it's past 8. 8 what? It. As far as he said, like it's gonna go away. Speak. God damn it. I want to make it. So okay, that's. So he was looking at the clock and he said that he just gonna miss a school after 8. If it's 8, then it's too late to go to school. So again, this little thing that I misunderstood. So it was not a. I mean, it's obvious. It wasn't in the past. It's just the visual. Because that was interesting to me. Maybe they were actually showing his past and he actually had those seizures, or what you call them, or the witch happening to him. Because the whole process of him disappearing of this world, I kind of know that the genre, the isekai genre, it's kind of like they take it as granted. Like, you know, he fucking appeared there, no questions asked. You know, it's like asking in a fantasy why the fuck fairies exist. You know, they exist as fantasy. So basically the same thing with many isekais. It just happened. No need to explain stuff. But I still wonder if this anime have a reason, an explanation, and something important and interesting about that, or it's just, yeah, I'm here now. And that's why I was interested in this, because having this information is cool, having the explanation and seeing that he actually is not just he just appeared in the other world. He had some moments prior to that kind of led to that, and that's interesting. Like the whole scientific thing. So I actually see a book on his table that says 2000. So probably this anime happens somewhere near 2000 because first of all, he had a phone, a folding phone, the classic one, not the like we have now, that stupid Samsung flip thing. Now we had real phones back then. I have few in my collection. I have few even more in the other apartment. So that's. I don't think it's a very important detail, but we kind of know that it happens somewhere in 2000s. And he's an otaku. He has a lot of figures with girls with white hair. I don't know if that's a kid not doing or it's actually like his fetish thing, but it's kind of cool. So, you can see his room. Man, the guy has so many figures, it's not even funny. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 figures. 12 figures. At least 12 figures. I don't have that much. Yeah, I'm a sucker. But I'm gonna buy more. It's just buying this, buying that. Unfortunately, not my buying possibilities are not unlimited, unfortunately. But still, so yeah, as I've said, I don't know what much to describe here. Oh, and I wanted to see what was the like a little frame of some white-haired woman in the middle of the episode, but I guess it was just a figure of his, just a close-up shot. So technically nothing interesting was happening in the background as far as I understand. It was just a trial, or what's it? It was just a trial, right? Yeah. An illusion made by the Witch of Greed. Why does this need to happen, though? I'm not sure. Why she? I get it. It's important for Subaru as a person. He kind of, by this trial, he kind of went through very important and very traumatic, I'd say, moments in his life, and came to realization, was able to overcome them pretty fast, by the help of his father, by the help of his mother, and with the help of Ram and Emilia as well. So the overall support of those characters helped him, and I suppose he just got mentally stronger in a way after all that. And that's important for Subaru, but why would the witch want him to go through that? That's an interesting question. I mean, what's the reason for her to let him go through that all shenanigan thingy thong? I'm not sure. And that's the big question. And basically, yeah, I don't even know how to discuss this episode. We see his family. The family is great. An extremely energetic, strong, and successful. I mean, with high ego. I don't even know how to describe this man. There are some people like that. And he's not just with high ego. He's actually successful at many things. He's physically fit. I don't know about his IQ and his how smart is the man, but he is definitely very what is the word, confident in himself. And I mean, overconfidence is a slow and insidious, or what's the word, killer, but confidence is nice. Just no need to be overconfident. So the guy is super confident. And his mother is just nice, cute mother that has Subaru's eyes 1-to-1. In her face, they look cute. I mean, they look nice. In Subaru's face, they kind of give him a bit of the edge, and that's nice because sometimes Subaru, even though he's mostly a normal or even goofy character, sometimes when he looks serious, he fucking looks serious. I still remember that moment in episode 15, I think, when he got resurrected after the whole Beetlejuice torturing him and killing Ram shenanigans, and he was like, his eyes were on fire, like this evil face. I still remember it. So that kind of adds to his character, because he has to be badass at some point. And he was a badass at some point, for sure. It's just, he switches back. So the funny scene with what do they call them, green peas? Like a huge bowl of green peas. They're like speaking and moving it like that. That was like little subtle thing, but it was ReZero with its trademark humor, like slapstick type of humor, no, indirect humor. I don't know how to describe, but that was cool. So yeah, and the daddy wants to speak with him and asks about the girl. I wonder, is this, if this is illusion, if this is a trial, is this kind of generates in Subaru's mind and he just relieves something that's worrying to him, you know, or it's all orchestrated to say, you know, let's say orchestrated by the witch. If she's pulling the strings, she's saying the words, you know, if that's her actually leading Subaru to realize about, like, he loves Emilia, or it's himself coming to that. That's important. I mean, I don't exactly know. I mean, she is in there. She is in this illusion. But is she actually manipulating it the way she wants? I mean, she probably can do that. Yeah, fucking I'm stupid. That's actually what happened. When in the previous episode Subaru was going to her, going into the tomb, and then he just fell, basically. Because and then he got into the realm of the witch where she can do anything with it. That's her thing, that's her world. And I suppose that's exactly what happened. Yeah, he was in her world all this time. The people, what were the people saying though? Was it like Subaru's imagination or actually her speaking about it? So that's all interesting. And here you go, little detail. So now we know that's how it all happened. Emilia probably is also going through something similar. That's why they both fell. Because Subaru, when he went out of the place, out of the tea party, you know, he woke up on the ground. Even though we don't see him actually falling down in the beginning, he just turns his back and he's in another world, right? In her dimension. But it actually happened. So if he gets up, that means he fell down at some point. So yeah, speaking a lot of not important stuff, I suppose, but at least I'm kind of understanding what the hell is happening here. It's just the question is, who speaks the words? As I've said, is that a witch trying to reach Subaru? Or is Subaru actually reliving some of his fears and you know, like his issues as a character? And I mean, long story short, basically Subaru has some of the complexes that his daddy is great and Subaru was successful at some point, but after that he was not as successful and he kind of got depressed because of that, and he's thought that the more easier way to attract people and to look, I mean, cool in her eyes, is to just be goofy, just be funny. And it, of course, it worked. Be reckless, even. It works when you're a little kid. It works, but then when you grow up, it starts to look weird. And I actually have a friend that's so fucking goofy sometimes. I just facepalm myself when he does some weird shit at public. But he's very communicative. He's like, like speaking with everyone. Like, he buys stuff. He speaks with the cashier. He like walks, like he sees some person. Like the second time, he's now friends with them. Like when we sit at work, I just go to the office and I sit there and I'm good. But he like puts his head in every single cabinet and says, "Oh, hello there, hello there," So that, I mean, probably it's okay. He has a lot of people and friends. I mean, not friends, but people he knows. And his phone rings fucking every 2 minutes. So, and for me, it's, yeah, I don't like that. I don't mind speaking with someone, but sometimes, and even with cashiers, and when I buy, when I have my groceries, I kind of know people there, and they know me. But we're not like friends, and we're not like joking about dicks and butts. We're having like some distance between ourselves. But he's in there. He's like right in the other person. And for me, it's kind of, I don't really like such people. I mean, we're friends, but I kind of feel I don't really like that type. So I got distracted because of why. And Subaru was basically like that in a way. He was like goofy, energetic. He tried to do his own thing. It doesn't work. So the school didn't take him like that much, and the fact that he's not as cool as his father, at least he thinks so, he got out of the school and got into the cycle of depression. And depression is that thing, it's like falling from the goddamn cliff. If you started falling, you're just falling and falling and falling, and you have to have either good support from someone who catches you, or you have to have a lot of effort to actually stop yourself, and then you have to start moving back. So that's not simple. Depression is a serious stuff, and it can affect your physical condition as well. So Subaru went through that, and many of us went through that at one point or another. In a different, some more serious, some not that as serious, but that is an issue, and that's a serious issue, because all of your health is going from your head. Like if you have issues in your head, if you have a lot of concerns, it hits you right in the body, right in the health. So that's number. So you guys stay strong. If you need support, tell me. I'm gonna send you all the power in the world. I'm gonna send you all the power I have. I'm sending it right now. I hope you feel it. Some weird sounds. My cat fell down or something. Man, my poor cat has issues with his legs, his back legs. He's like almost falling down. Let me check on him, actually, because that's important. Who knows what's up with the body. Seems like he's fine, more or less. It just was a weird sound, like he probably tried to jump, and then kind of fell, because he walks and sometimes his back kind of tries to fall down, because he had weak legs even when he was a little kitty, but now he's 12 years old and have some other issues, so kind of. That's so sad. The kitty was so playful when he was young, but now he cannot run like normally. So not speak about kitties. I sent all of the power I could, and I hope it works. So yes, Subaru had that everything that we spoke about, and Dad always constantly asks him, "Do you have someone who you love?" And also Subaru told him that kind of when he got into the depression, he wanted everyone to hate him and like say they don't love him, they all of that, he was searching for the denial. But good parents, they should support you no matter what. And Subaru's family was exactly the same. I don't know if actually it represents the real situation, if his family actually is that nice or not. But at least here they were nice. And after Subaru saves this, and he also remembers Ram, that saying that. I mean, I actually kind of forgot what exactly. Yeah, her support, like it's easy to give up, but it's not doesn't suit you. You have to move forward, and like you're my hero. Let's start here from zero, and basically that was the point for curing Subaru's depression, because that was also the moment in the previous season when he kind of got into a very fucking serious depression state. After, the guy had issues in his normal life. He got into another world and had even more issues, and they're like such terrible issues. So he remembered Ram, like, love you so much. And then Dad leg kicked him in the head. Like, chop, what's that called? I don't think it's called axe kick, but maybe axe kick actually, yeah. It's like from the, that's a strong thing, it breaks faces. And Daddy was pleased by what he heard from Subaru. That Subaru kind of came to the realization that it's not as bad, and he can push forward, and he actually has a girl, actually has someone, and all the supportive. So he's Kenichi or something like Ken. I think who. Kenichi was the guy from Parasite. Man, I love Parasite so much. I want to rewatch it. It's like one of the best anime I have ever seen. Literally, seriously. I think even Attack on Titan is like not as cool. I mean, it's great, but something about Parasite is just hits in the right spot. So yeah, Subaru cries right in his father. Oh, and then there was a moment when the father says, please care about us when we get old, and then Subaru realizes that he cannot do that because he disappeared. And that's also an interesting point. I mean, again, that's isekai, we don't actually ask such questions, but what happened after he disappeared? Is the time still goes on, or like his disappearance, when he's in ReZero world, time basically stopped at that moment, so like he basically, can just go back and continue from the moment he left? Or it's like, it's just still times go, and Subaru actually disappeared, and his parents are now like got to the police and like searching for him and crying and suffering. That's also a question, I wonder. But that may have happened the way that I said previously, that you just time stops at this moment. So I know how this works. I haven't seen literally no other isekai. I just know about the thing. And I wonder if this explained in other ones. And then so the father support works. Let's see there. We can see the girl, the white-haired girl. Who was that? That was a picture. That was a figure, right? Where? Stop. Frame by frame. Yeah, that's her figure. That's his figure, toy figure. Man, it's a cool toy figure, I'd say. Like, really good quality. So then after he got that out of his system, he Ah, that sounds also interesting. So she was always waiting him in the school, and she said that. I mean, it took some time for you to get here. So that's what's was the part of the trial. Self-realization, I suppose. And to get there, if he gets into the school, means he got over all of the issues he had previously, right? And she was waiting for him to get there, and to actually, yeah, that was the moment, the hidden goal for him. And that means that he is very successful with the tribe, what's this called, trial, with the trial at this point, right? That's cool. I mean, such little hidden details. I mean, if you watch it the second, third time, or you read the forums and see it, that's easy for you to notice. But when you watch it the first time, it's difficult. It's difficult. And then the mother part comes in with mayonnaise and the world. That was nice, yes. And then the mother actually puts her support in him. It's like, hey, you don't have to be your father. Like, be at least as half as cool as him, and sort of basically is as half as cool. And other part should be you, and that's actually, yes, that's a big issue in a real society as well. That people, especially nowadays, when we have like literal idols. I mean, in Japan, like idol girls, but I mean other idols. I mean, like people who have like millions of subscribers on Instagram and all this crap, social fucking things. You look at the guy, he's successful, he's rich, he's like drinking and eating. You look at this, you're like, damn it. I don't speak about myself, I don't do that, but these people have millions of subscribers. They're like writing comments and praising these guys. And they're like role models for others. So you kind of don't, you're not yourself in modern world. Many people are not themselves in the real world. They're very affected by the people they like, and they have a crazy opportunity to see a lot of people and to pick ones, you know. Maybe even some of you watch me and think, oh, the guy is like, ooh, he's like so muscular, I have to be this way. I just stupid example, but you get the idea, right? It's like you're having a role model that affects you. And it's difficult to be yourself. And that's important, to be yourself. It's very important to be yourself, because that's you. If everyone tries to be like Cameron Diaz, the fuck? I mean, Cameron Diaz is just the one and only. There's no other. I mean, others gonna be fakes. It's better other girls to be other girls themselves, and we can have someone even better than Cameron Diaz. You know, it's just, again, a stupid example, but mother says just be yourself, Subaru. You get the genes, you get a lot of awesome stuff from us, but others up to you. And believe in yourself. I mean, this episode is actually, they have to show this episode to people who have depression of some sort. It's like a fucking cure. It's a medicine. They have to sell it. Like, put a little flash carton in the box and like call it like anti-depressing tingy-tong by ReZero, and sell the thing, and people gonna watch one episode and like, damn it, I feel good now. Seriously, that's one powerful episode, I'd say. So Mother said that we're always here to support you, be yourself, and yada yada. And then Subaru also realizing that he's not gonna see them. I mean, that's also like super sad and painful. And kind of also represents, not, but kind of tells the issue of your parents getting old and actually dying, and then you have to live without them as well. Subaru is now living the moment that should have happened in the future, but he's now having this moment. Like these people and the mother who was saying like good luck or stay strong, and his father being nice, he will not see them anymore. I have goosebumps because that's a serious topic. Some weird noises from the back. So this episode got a lot and went deep with all of this emotional and humanity. I have no real word for that, but yeah, the human life issues. I'm sorry, Mom. I was never able to. No, yeah. And there's gonna be too late to say sorry. And the way he now has time. He has this opportunity to say sorry even after he actually leave them. That's very important because yeah, living with something not said to a person who is no more here. This is a serious burden. So you better say all of your words, guys, to people, because unfortunately life is unpredictable. Like fucking, like it's 10th of September, and today was the day when the final chapter of Berserk was released in Japan. The final chapter, 384, I think. The final chapter that the author himself, Kentaro Miura, worked, and there's gonna be nothing more of him left. Of his work left. Berserk literally ended. The Kentaro Miura Berserk ended, and this is so painful that the guy died a few months ago from just instant some system failure, critical system failure. And that's the same thing. So if you see a person today and he looks healthy, doesn't mean he's gonna be the same tomorrow. So always make sure to say things you want to say to them. Don't wait. May end up bad. So yeah, man, still so bad. I'm just realizing that there's no more Miura. It's like terrible. It's like for Berserk fans, it's like shit. I mean, it's just not like just Berserk fan, but just understanding the humanity side of the whole issue of him not being able to finish it and spending all the time. It's like it's terrible. But yeah, I actually ordered this exact chapter from. I bought the Japanese magazine. What's it called? Young Animal. Oh, something hurts. I can die as well. Just recording the thing. Shit, I almost died, I think. But yeah, no, I feel fine now. I ordered the thing. It's just gonna take a few months, I suppose, to reach me. Cause sea transportation, I don't want to pay like 5 times more than the magazine itself. But I will have the final chapter in my hands. And of course, I'm gonna buy every other thing. And let's hope that at least the story will continue at some point. Even if, shit, I'm just, sorry, I'm speaking not about ReZero, but just, let's not speak about that. That's not the place. Sorry. Back to ReZero. So yeah, a sad moment of mother saying Irashai, or what she says, basically he remembers that there was the last time she said that as well before he left this world. And then he enters. Oh, and she says you arrived much earlier than I expected. So she thought that he's gonna take a while going through that. But Subaru was fast. He got through that successfully. Man, this woman. Oh man, I don't know what's up with her. She's like, please be good. Please not be bad. Like, at least bad, like very bad. Be like, like sketchy but not bad. So you had some time to confront your past, yeah. One sec. Welcome. What did it do for you? So that's all witch games. I'm still wondering what's her real goal here. Because we know she is interested in Subaru, in his presence in here. She knows he's important, and please don't be bad. I'm not sure how she is. So here's the episode. Kind of was all over the place with the discussion, but it's a difficult episode to discuss and difficult episode to actually react to. And I actually have a feeling that this may be not a favorite episode for some people. Because they speak this big, but god damn it, it was fucking strong. It was deep. And as I've said, it's a literal real cure for some people's depressions, actually. It have the ability, I think, to set your mind in the right direction and to highlight what you have to actually think and focus on. So you gotta give credit to this episode, and it called parent and child, a very, though actually, I have the Blu-ray edition, and all of the episodes are named, not just season 2 episode 4, but there's like actual names. I've hidden them completely, so I only see season 2 episode 4, but when the player is open I can see the name. So the name I have is called the Happy Roswell Mansion Family. I don't know if I just spoiled myself or not, but it's actually have a different name in here. And I do think that the definition, that the translation parent-child, and then the symbols, the Japanese symbols, it's like literal translation of those. So here we go. Man, I somehow managed to make a pretty long discussion out of this episode. I thought I would not be able to, but yeah. So that was a great episode again. It was very non-ReZero-like episode, but we kind of had something similar exactly at the moment where Ram and Subaru had their less cure session. Soul curing session, episode 16 or 17, I don't exactly remember. I think it was 16. So it was kind of like that, but even cooler. It didn't have birds, because the previous episode had birds. So yes, thank you for watching. See you in the next episode, guys. Stay strong. Here's like ReZero told you. You can do that. So yeah. See you next time. Bye bye.